Okay, here we go. It's 12:54 Thursday, February 20th. Here's our trade for the day. You can see I've gotten into this little bit of a risk here. There's 50 bucks of risk in this little pocket that I'm trying to climb my way out of. Today I tried a new entry, a brand new fandangled entry strategy into these trades. And so I'm sort of learning that, and I'm going to blame that on this final position where I'm at a potential $50 loss. It's not my fault. So I'm still learning that entry, but it looks really promising, and hopefully I can dig myself out of this little bit of a loss here. So this trade was a risk-free position. I kind of moved some of the different profit potentials around a bit to try to see if I could get up to 1,000 here. We're 950 on this ledge, and on this one, if I can get up here, it's going to be for 450. So I have an order in to try to get me out of this at 400. So let's see if I can get filled on that. The countdown clock just started. We got 4 minutes, 30 seconds. If I can just get up that hill a little bit further, I should be able to pull a win out of this. You can do it. I believe in you. Come on. Just a little bit higher. Go on up there to that ledge. Let's take a look at the chart real quick. There's the chart I'm looking at. This is the SPX. If I can get this thing to come back up here and hit that pivot line, I should be good to go. Otherwise, no lunch for me. If it lands right here, that's okay. I can get some lunch. If it lands anywhere in this pocket, though, it's minus 50. Minus 50 bean burritos. No lunch for me. So we'll see what we get. So it's 3:46, 3 minutes, 46 seconds left. Let's see if we can climb our way out of this. Here's my order to try to get out of that trade. It's still a ways off, but like in these final minutes, these things start to really pop and fly all over the place. So let's see. I mean, maybe it might settle right on this slope. Then again, it may settle right here in this canyon. I'll be out 50 bucks. $50. So I'm just going to ride this. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to buckle my seatbelt, put my helmet on, see what we wind up with. We got 3 minutes left. Come on, just pop on up there. Just a little bit of a move up. I'll get my 400 bucks. I'll be happy. It doesn't want to go up. It's fighting it, but I think we're moving up now. Come on. You got 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. You can do it. Go on up there, hit that pivot point, that pivot line, and we'll be golden. So I have an order set to get me out at 400 bucks, 400 even. If it settles up there on that ledge, our total profit potential is 450. So I'm giving it the opportunity to get out and not giving me my full money. I'll give him 50 bucks. Just give me out at 400. We got 1 minute and 50 seconds. Let's take a look at our order. Okay, so we're trying to get out at 450. It's at 3. It's bouncing all over the place, but it's 330-ish, 350. We're getting up there. Come on. $50 loss isn't the end of the world, but I got 400 sitting right there. I mean, within mere inches. I can smell it. Come on, give it to me. 1 minute, 20 seconds. It's not wanting to give it up. We're down to about a minute. I think we're going to get it here. So 1 minute left. We're getting to the top of that slope. Give me my $400. Oh, come on. Now it's backing off. Just one little more, just one little push. Or 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Where's this order at? Oh no, now it's backing off. It's coming back down into the valley. Get out of that valley. Stay away from there. Oh, come on. 20 seconds. $11. 10 seconds. Do you have one little less push in you? There's the bell. Well, it looks like we didn't get our $400, but it looks like we did make some money. So it's kind of bouncing around, settling. It looks like it's around $200, but that reminds me, I have another trade I got to put on. It's so I'm going to duck out real quick, and I'll be back for the final numbers on this. All right, here it is, the final risk graph. So we wound up with $206 on this one. And let me back out of this for a second. Let me show you what I had going into this. The last like 20 minutes, I added some. Actually, I added that little call debit spread there that gave us that money. Had we done nothing, or let's say if I hadn't done that little call debit spread I bought at the end there with like 15 minutes left, we would have wound up with 120 on this. This is a totally risk-free position. But I went in there with 15 minutes left and I bought this, a call debit spread there. They get really cheap at the end of the day, relatively close to where you're trading at. So when I put that on, the risk-free position became a position with risk, with $50 of risk, which isn't a lot, but still, I like to keep these things floating above the zero line in hopes that we would get a run up and maybe make a little bit more, which is what wound up happening. In fact, we did get to the top there, but I didn't have my order in. So that's note to self, place an order in the last 10 minutes. There's this weird thing that happens on the risk graph at 12:50 my time. So like with 10 minutes left till the bell rings, there's like a gap. You'll see these gaps happen in the SPX. And I think it has to do with some kind of a report being released at the end of day. A lot of times you'll see that thing gapped, and it did. It gapped today. We were down here, and then it gapped at 12:50 up into this area. And I wasn't ready for it. I was sleeping on the job. If I had an order in there, it probably would have got filled, and I would have got out at like 400, maybe 450 even. But I started to scramble around. By the time I got an order in, it had headed back down the slope, and then just kind of rode the slope up and down into the close, winding up with a total of 205. So I like these little debit spreads I can add on at the end because they get really cheap, like in the last hour, and you can get relatively close to where you're at. You can just kind of like strangle the trade in, strangle it right in, and just doesn't take much of a move to get a lot of profit out of those. All right, so that's it for this one. 206 big bean burritos. And if you like to follow along with me in these trades, I do trades like this every day. Just reach out to me. The most simple, the quickest way to reach out to me is to just email me. I'll leave my email in the description below. Or you can just head on over to my website. I'll leave a link to my website in the description below as well. Head on over there, sign up for my free email newsletter. And then when you do that, you'll get a welcome email sent out to you right away. Just reply back to that welcome email because I get pinged every time somebody replies to that. So that's the fastest way to get a hold of me. Just reach out to me and say, hey, how can I get involved with what you're doing? And I'll get back to you and we'll go from there. All right, that's it for this one. I'll see you tomorrow.